Hey, it's JD here, and welcome back to reality. Uh, a whole year of my life, and pretty much the entirety of that year with Sara J's life, who is joining me this week. How you doing, Sara J?
I'm really good. I'm really excited to see you again.
Yeah, it's nice. It's been a while. It's been a bit.
Yeah.
It's been a
Are you
bit.
gonna start singing now? Like that stage song? Is that band from the
What song?
90s?
No, I don't know. It's been a bit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't know.
It's okay. All right. Anyways, let's just keep rolling.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels weird to be here, to be honest with you. We've got nothing to announce. We've got nothing to ask you to participate in. It's just the chat. Just we're going to be here, and we're going to be here week over week, talking about what we can in terms of hip related news that we get access to or that creeps out on social media. That's what we're here for. So, what have you been up to?
My goodness, it's been such a busy week since Saturday. I mean, we're going to get into all the event stuff, but I drove out to Cooperstown on Sunday so my daughter could cover her favorite artist. Had a music festival in Cooperstown called the Away from Home Festival, and we got word last minute that DATC Media approved to cover it. So came home from the event and showered and picked her up and
Jeez.
drove to Cooperstown. But you know what? If anybody knows me and anybody that's tuning in here has been, along for the ride for the past year, knows how I feel about the whole drive of live music. And the fact that she made her way up to the barricade, it's my girl, of course she did. And she came back and she literally vibrating from the
Wow.
experience of being up there. And, she's like, Mom, he pointed at me. He was singing and he pointed at me, and she had videos and confetti in her pocket. And then she had that experience that, we all just love so much. And so I'm like, this is worth it. This drive and doing this and being able to like have the outlet, like the media company is going to publish her stuff from her
Oh, that's
experience.
very
So
cool. That's fucking
yeah,
cool.
that's really
Yeah.
special. So we did
Proud
that and
mama. Proud mama.
definitely proud. Um, yeah. And then I went to Steve Hackett on Tuesday in Toronto.
Steve
That was
Hackett.
fun. Yeah, he's the guitarist from Genesis. So
Excellent.
if anybody knows, they know I love Genesis. So that was a great time. And it was such a great show. I needed some weird proggy music in my life, and his solo stuff was really good. Actually, I was really surprised in how much I enjoyed it. So yeah, that was a great time. So just like recalibrating back into real
Yeah.
life now,
That's right. Yeah.
So oh, look, Marley's on here too.
Aw. Oh,
I love this. We were talking about you, Marley. She got to go, and that was so special for her to be up there and meeting friends, like meeting people that were there for the music too. And I'm like, I get it,
right.
girl. Like, I get it. I love this so
Yeah.
much. So I was crying, like up on the hill. She was in her thing, and just the whole weekend, everything from Saturday night was really special too. And being in that room with everybody and seeing everything come together and just all the love that was in that room that night was really special to be a part of. And I think I'm still trying to like process all that too, because it was special. And we throw one hell of a party, you and I.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's good times.
yeah, so that's what I've been up to. What have you been up to?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. But I just want to throw out some shout outs, I suppose.
Definitely.
Before we go any further, because I think there's a lot of people to shout out. And then we're going to invite our friend Adam into the room. And then shortly after that, we'll bring Michael Toronto Mike. I almost gave away his real name. Take that, you son of a bitch. Sorry, I'm also watching the baseball game. And hey, it's my favorite team. So I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank Dante and the team at North Star Bets. None of this really goes down without their partnership, and that means a great deal to me. To each and every fucking guest that appeared on the show, there's no show without the hipsteries. So thanks from the bottom of my heart. Arden and the team at the ALS Society of Canada for doing the good work that they do. Jake Gold and the Tragically Hip for all their support throughout this project. Sara J for keeping my head screwed on and everything you've done in the name of Hippitude. All of membership. What a great group of people and just a great fucking community, and one that really showed up for me, and in more ways than one, and just a fantastic group of people. The people the night of the show, the Strictly Hip, Richard Balland and Tara Sloan, Jesus Christ. Tara Sloan, they made the live show what it was. So that was a lot of fun. I want to thank David Arancibia, Lucan Coots, and Sam Lydia for capturing and creating the visual elements. Lucan also for producing the show. I want to thank Morgan Jarvis for being the man in black. I want to thank the Discovering Downey crew for all their support and ideas. Mike Cormack, Jeff Cowie, John Coyle, Jeff Dew, Diane Lewis, Will Ruoko, Shireen Sabi, the Scotts, Brett Slott, Jenny Thorne, Jeff Tucker for their donations. Christina Hernandez and the team at the Rec Room, Eric Alper for the publicity work, Patrick Bates at Sirius XM, and Chris Jericho and Ron McLean for their promotional excellence. So thanks, one and all. That's a fucking boatload of people, because I didn't name 40 of them by name. And that's just a bucket of people that were required to make this ship sail. And you know, you got to get a lot of gears lined up, a lot of things in order, but in the end we had a hell of a party, and it was a lot of fun. So
It was
there's
a lot
that.
of fun.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody listened to set again. Like, that was a lot of fun to go back and into the Strictly Hip set again.
Oh yeah. I released that on Friday. Yeah.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I gave it a listen. Yeah, because I didn't, you know, you never get to totally enjoy the fruits of your labor, you know?
Yeah,
it was
totally.
a
Yep.
little busy,
Yep.
a little hectic. So it was real nice to be able to go back and listen to that. And I've got Richard's chat that I can go back to and listen to. And tomorrow, episode 40 comes out, which is myself and Tara live at the Rec Room. And so
that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to sitting there talking and doing it live. That was great. And you did an amazing job. I know you had a little bit of nerves behind the scenes, but you executed it well. It was amazing.
Thank you.
You did great all night. You did so well all night. So I want to give you a shout out, because you did an amazing job. Really, you did.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Adam. Adam, my friend.
Yeah,
how are you doing?
Wait a minute. I thought you sent the YouTube link. I'm on? What
the
sugar? Oh, no, cool. Oh, wow. I did not expect this. I was just listening to sit there and see if this was like a telethon and you were going to release the big number. And yeah. Oh,
well, I'm going to have.
Okay,
cool. I'm going to have the accurate total next week.
Cool. Well,
so there's part of me that wants to say, I told Sara J already. I told her, you know, like, this is likely where we're going to end up. But I'm with you there, Adam. I want a bit of the pomp and circumstances. And I want to be able to like show like some sort of like bloop, 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 you know, video where the number pops up. I can tell you.
I gotta get like little confetti poppers, and then I can like. You can do a whole thing. Then I would have to vacuum it, but I would do it. We got to make a big deal about it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
So
it
what
was a
did you
great
think,
time.
Adam? Adam was one of the people who joined us from far away.
Well, Tampa
And,
represented. Andrew flew up the day of, so that was
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, I at least
Yeah.
planned it, so yeah, it was pretty cool. And then when I left, he said he had to leave at like 5 a.m. I was like, oh my god.
Good. Great.
I was exhausted. Yeah, I got to spend the day in Buffalo, and even when I got home Monday night, I was still exhausted. But I thought about that this morning, how time goes by. You know, it was a week ago already, and
Yeah.
but I mean, you pulled this thing off. You guys, all of you pulled it off, and it was a really, really great event. It's pretty amazing. So I'm really glad I got to be part of it. And whatever number you come up with, I sat there and I go, you're an accountant. You could have asked to help that night. I was so selfish. I should have asked you if I could have helped in some way, like tabulating or
not
something
selfish
like
at
that.
all, but
You
but
being
man,
there
I will
was
take your
helpful.
I will take your help next year.
Yeah, good. No, that's
Definitely.
cool. Yeah. And I will because I met Sherry, who I think has the big poster of the top 40, but I haven't confirmed it that she took it. I hope she did. But I went back and listened to her episode. And so I'm going to everybody
right.
I met, I said, I'm going to go listen to Jeff and, just go back and,
that's awesome.
I don't think I'm going to listen to 40 more episodes, but maybe I will. Not quickly, but I'm definitely going to do the ones where I met the people. That was really fun.
Idea.
Yeah. I mean, because there were so many of them that were just incredible, really, really good. So, you got a body of work there that will last for a long, long time. If anybody that wants to listen to it can go back. And I'm gonna stop talking after this. But the next day, I went to Humber College because my alma mater was practicing and having a meet and greet. And the guy walks in with the hip shirt on, and I said, "Hey, I didn't see you at the party." And he looked at me. He goes, "What party?" I said, "In downtown Toronto last night there was," and he goes, "Oh, really? That was last night?" And I just about banged my head against the wall because he follows the top 40 countdown. He does all this stuff. I go,
"Oh, man.
Don't people read?" I mean, it's like, and I looked at him. I go, it was like $25. The tickets were so inexpensive, and it was what you got for $25 was incredible. But he definitely regretted it. But he told me he's listened to a lot of the top 40 stuff. So. I still think it should be, hopefully it still keeps running on Sirius and that, it keeps an audience going for a while.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. I don't even know where they are in terms of the countdown. I know they're not caught up. So they must be inside the top 10 though, I would think at this point.
I'll have to look at it. Before my Sirius 6 month free trial.
Regularly would have to say, but we're even saying what they were airing was a little kind of wonky. So
I wish they had a landing page, for each of the shows, like for Robbie's show, and maybe not as important for my show, but definitely for Robbie's, I would want, an episode guide so I could listen when I'm on the app. I can listen a la carte, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Because that show is fucking amazing.
I know. I need to dive into that show. That's definitely one I know that once I start listen, I'm gonna be getting into it. So I need to make the space for it.
Yeah. So what else? Earlier this week I released the video of the Man in Black, which was the first half of the presentation to do the reveal. What did you guys think of the reveal overall? Were you? I don't want to get too in depth into the event, too much more in depth into the event, but I'm just curious what your vibes were on, not necessarily the mechanism of the reveal, but how you felt leading into it and going up to it. Did you guys have an idea? Did you did the right song win?
Well, I accidentally found out the day before because you had sent me the picture of the board, and
Okay.
just the way that like the corner of the paper that you had covered it up, like just the way that the corner of the paper was folded up, I could just just the way that I read things, I figured out what song number 2 was, and I was like, so it was like the joke I had to the kids. I was like, I went all this time, and it was the day before the event, and I figured out, what the number 1 song was. Like, fuck, it was right at the end, and I almost made it. But I will say, if anybody's been watching this from the beginning, I have been so sure that Ahead by a Century was song number 1. And I still feel this, like, I am definitely surprised that it was not song number 1.
All right, Adam, hold your thoughts for a second. We're going to introduce Mr. Toronto Mike into the studio, and we'll get his thoughts on this as well. Mr. Toronto Mike, how are you doing, sir?
George Springer just hit a leadoff home run.
Oh, dude, wow. I got it on the side TV here. I got it on my side monitor going. I just wondered if you had it going on a monitor as well.
Of course he did. Of course he
Happy
does.
Thanksgiving to the Tragically Hip Top 40 crew.
Hey, question for you. Maybe you can answer this question. You're a fountain of knowledge. Yeah. Is today Thanksgiving or is tomorrow Thanksgiving technically? I always assumed that tomorrow was like sort of the bank. Okay, so it is
tomorrow's Thanksgiving. This is like Thanksgiving Eve.
This is when you leave your turkey under the tree.
Yeah, this is some people have to juggle different dinners and shit, but tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, we're having our dinner on the right day then.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think I scared Sara J earlier.
I was like, wait, I gotta make sure
I said it very confidently. As soon as I said it, I was like, boy, I was really confident in that answer, and I don't think I know what I'm talking about.
You had me convinced, so. Sorry.
So, question: we were just talking about the reveal, the song reveal, the night of. And I'm curious where you stand. Sara J had just mentioned before you joined us that in her heart and head, it should have been Ahead by a Century. Where do you weigh in? Or completely off the board?
Well, let me tell you. So I was there. I was in the room when you and Tara Sloan were introducing the number 1 song. And when I heard it was Grace 2, and I knew what the final 2 songs were, like I knew it was Grace 2 or Ahead by a Century. When I heard it was Grace 2, I still didn't believe it. I'm telling you, in this country of Canada, Ahead by a Century is so much more popular and beloved than Grace 2.
Interesting.
Like that was totally my reasoning. It was the feels. It's what it means to people. That's why I was riding that train so hard. Is that exact reason?
Well, okay. So, and I'm sorry if I'm blabbing here, but I'm so passionate about this. I want you, JD. I want you to open the books. We need to see the results. I actually don't believe Grace 2 is the number 1 song. The fix is in. It doesn't smell right. Something's rotten in the state of Denmark.
Yes, I was paid off by big Grace 2.
Oh, you forgot to carry the 1.
This is what I said. I wanted to see the numbers. I wanted to see how close it was with these 2 songs. Like, how much did Grace 2 win by?
Well, let me open it up. Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't pass my sniff test because I've been, following this band since '89, and I know what's in the zeitgeist for beloved hip songs. Grace 2, it's not even second most popular hip song. Like,
well, in this case, you're like, this is a straw poll, and that one won. Like, I mean, so show me your data and I'll show you mine.
Well, I mean, you can look at Spotify streams. Like, we have a lot of data that tells us that Ahead by a Century is far more popular than the Grace Hit 2. Sorry, I can't even
It's
get it out of
far
my mouth.
more-
I'm so passionate.
This is
I would
no,
say
if you
it's
go
far
on
more
here, yep.
played, but I don't know that it's necessarily more popular.
Well, how do you gauge popularity except by number of plays?
Well, I mean, it's
Download,
on
yeah.
great. It's on like Anne with an E, and it's like it's grown a new life. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't think either of them are my number one. Like, if I'm being completely honest. So, but this is how it shook out. Like, it's not. There's no fix. I'm trying to see if I even have it.
It's better that you don't.
No,
Let's just leave the mystery.
JD, when it comes to
Better for
radio,
you guys if you
spin-
don't understand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was teeing that
Thank
up.
you.
I was going to say that. But by the way, who is Adam? I need an introduction. Who's Adam?
Oh, I'm just
Oh
I
my
hacked-
goodness, we're terrible.
I hacked into
Will you take
this.
care of this? Well,
I'm a Buffalo guy.
Adam from
Yeah.
Tampa. He
Here,
is an
here.
awesome friend of ours, and
I didn't
supporter.
know I was dialing into this. I thought I was just
Yeah, he
listening
was
on
pleasantly
YouTube.
surprised
And then
that
also-
he was.
And then all of a sudden, Jamie said, "You're on. You're
You're
doing
on.
the weather at the top of the hour." So
Weather and traffic together
now,
on the ones.
I'm sorry. Did you have the T-shirt on, the tired as?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
I should have introduced myself. I was so rude. I think that's who that is, but I just
Tired as fuck. Because
there we go. Yeah.
I am
love it.
tired as fuck. Okay, quickly on this note.
Okay,
so,
it had 889 points, and I don't know how I got points. And Ahead by a Century had 854 points. 38 Years Old had 806 points. Bob Cajun had 754 points. Little Bones had 744. Blowout Hideout also had 744. So even though I listed Blowout Hideout at number 6, here's the methodology, folks. I went alphabetical if they were tied. So fuck you. That's my joke.
There we go.
But those are the
Okay, what were
numbers.
the numbers of the
So-
two again? I didn't
Oh,
hear.
Just close it now. Now I have to fucking find it again.
Dude,
what were
you
the
know by
numbers?
now, though I roll. Fuck.
Okay, so tell me again what you were saying.
Who was saying?
Mike, I think is trying to
Sorry,
talk, but he's not.
oh no, I'm listening to JD and Sara J have a fight.
He loves it.
We
He
had our
loves it.
wedding. It's over. The marital bliss is over and done. Now we're gonna fight.
Oh, I can't find it now. Where
Hey,
the fuck
even if you
was it?
don't think I don't know, Spotify streams or YouTube views is a good metric, radio airplay in Canada, I don't think it's close. Like radio airplay in this country, I think Ahead by a Century is Ahead by a Century over Grace too.
Ooh,
Yes.
I wonder, Mike. Like, I wonder. Like, I don't doubt that you're right. But I wonder if by the time Trouble at the Hen House came out, which was only 2 years after Day for Night, like radio was already starting to not matter as much. Do you know what I mean? And it got a lot of spins, I know, but we were already starting to dabble. Napster hadn't come out, but people were dabbling in MP3s at the time, like Apple Music and shit like that on their iPods.
Yeah, but that would only work against Ahead by a Century.
That would work against Ahead by a Century. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying that it's the spins weren't, they were there, but were they as impactful? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I know that if they had had a song as big as Ahead by a Century, like late in their career, the radio wouldn't have mattered for sure. But I think you're right about Spotify. Like, I know who definitely that matters to is our friend Mr. Gold. He would be arguing with me right now. Yeah, fucking Spotify matters, Jamie.
But what I think you've uncovered, JD, and kudos to you, is that you have this subset of the masses, which is like hip fanatics. And amongst the hip fanatics, Grace 2 is the more popular song because you have the metrics to prove that. So what it tells you is the great unwashed in the in the world would probably, like, I think a lot of them will say, oh, I've never heard Day for Night. Like, I think a lot of the masses are like, oh, I skipped that album. Like, I think that's the truth. But I think that in the hip community, Grace 2 is the cooler song. You know,
Interesting.
I mean, you have the numbers. You didn't fudge these numbers. These numbers are the numbers. We can't argue with the numbers. I was just blown away by the unveiling.
Oh, I was too. So what was even more mind blowing for me was 38 years old at number 3. Adam, what did you think of that? 38 years old at number 3. Was that in your top 5?
I didn't know how it got there. It's a wonderful song. It's a great story.
Yeah.
But I when I was looking, and you guys know, I had the top 40 figured out, just not in order. But when I got down to the 10, I said, okay, there were there were 8 songs that I said could definitely be. And there was one night when you guys did something and we were all shouting out what we thought our top 3 were going to be. And I don't even remember,
Right. Yes.
What I said, but I did not expect 38 years old to be in the top 5. It's just nothing against it. It's just going up against some real heavyweight tracks. So
yeah,
it's okay though.
Yeah.
I mean, Neil Young once said, I might remember it all tomorrow differently. So, I think if we all voted again, you might have to redo the whole show.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I could
There's no
do this
doubt.
fucking annually and it would be different, I'm sure.
Right. So,
Yeah. But I like that, the idea of like the diehards more,
Yeah.
this is the speakeasy song.
No, you've tapped into something, JD, which is basically you've created this home for hip aficionados. Like, these are people who live and breathe the hip. They're playing the hip all the time. Like, the hip is their favorite band or one of their favorite bands. So in that group, I could see 38 years old, which I saw live at Fort York. I still remember hearing it. I'm like, oh my God, he's fucking playing it. Like, that's a song hip fans love. But I think in the Great Unwashed would far rather hear Bob Cajun than 38 years old. Like, I don't think that would even be close.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
It's okay.
There you go. So what you did is an interesting experiment. What do hip fans think? And then it would be interesting if we had some we could compare it to the casual Canadian rock fan and where they would rank the hip songs. And then I think you'd see a top 5 of New Orleans is Sinking, Bob Cajun. You definitely
Bones.
get Century, right? Like, that's where you get the big radio bangers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Well,
Because there are some people in our circle that were like, our list wasn't deep enough, and it's like,
Right.
sure it was. It had some deeper cuts. It wasn't all the hits.
I noticed that seeing the Strictly Hip, as much as I had the past couple of months doing, flyering and different PR for the event, it would be interesting seeing them in different spots and different size shows and what their set list would change to, because there would be times when you and I, Jamie, would get on a meeting and you would be like, oh, how was the show last night? And I was like, well, they were phenomenal, but the set list was just the hits, because they had one set and they just had this crowd and they literally just played the hits. And there were parts seeing them that kind of helped give me a different parameter of how the countdown I thought was going to go, because kind of seeing, you know what I mean? The songs that they chose to play in different settings because of the hits and who was going to be there. So that was kind of an interesting kind of companion thing to watching the countdown unfold too.
Tell us the story about the drumsticks.
Oh,
what's the story?
Gene Champagne. Do you know this name? Gene Champagne.
Gene Champagne rings a bell. Yeah.
Founding member of Killjoys, but he's currently drumming for Teenage Head.
I know Killjoys.
Okay.
Really?
This is the Teenage Head drumsticks he left with me when he visited. So
that's pretty fucking cool.
I got some nervous energy, right? So it's I'm sitting here talking hip. I need to kind of, have something in my hands.
I love it.
Love it.
I just want you to go all Neil Peart all of a sudden.
Wait.
Now, have we heard about tickets for that show? I heard that they're through the fucking roof. Cost.
Yes, that's what I heard too. Richard and I were talking about it because I sat down with him on Friday. He'll be on my show for the next 2 weeks, and we were talking about Rush tickets, and he was talking about the prices when I guess he was gonna get in and get them and whatever. I'm manifesting mine. I'm gonna let the universe take care of it. I'll be there.
How many nights are they playing here?
4
Are
now.
they playing 4?
Yeah, but they're not consecutive because they were already doing 2 nights and then they added 2 more nights. They added a bunch of dates to a bunch of cities. So, but I want to see them in Toronto. Like, that's where I want to see them. So,
I do like that I saw on the Toronto Mike, I'll call it the Toronto Mike social feed. I saw that the drummer is a woman, and somebody had posted the meme that it'll be the only female at the show.
It'll be nice. I won't be the only at the Rush show. It'll be a nice change of pace for sure. It'll be different. Yeah. She is fucking phenomenal, by the way.
Oh, is she?
Oh, she's so good. She's so good. So I'm excited.
Mike, did you get to see the band at all?
No, I disappeared before the band. So I did like the gentleman. Jeremy is his name.
It is. Yes.
I had a fantastic chat with Jeremy. Although I made the mistake of telling him he should have
the room, dude. You do the. I gotta follow you around and just watch you do the room because I suck.
You know what? That is my gift. Okay. But let me just shout out some people here quickly. First of all, I got to meet Sara J. Okay. That was the highlight. I couldn't believe she's a real person. I'm like, wow, here she is. So Sara J, that was a highlight. Okay. Jeremy was a highlight in that, he told me he loves Toronto Mike. So he had me at hello and I'm like, oh, I like this guy. But Jeremy, I told him he should have a Pearl Jam cover band, of course. And then he told me I was the 1,621st person to make that joke. And then I felt very much shame because it was low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. But also, JD, cheers to you. You assembled that crew of hip aficionados and you got the legend that is Tara Sloan to drop by. I love Tara Sloan. In fact, in a minute, I'll tell you, because us 3 were in that room together for a while, having a private chat, and I realized something in that room. But Tara Sloan was the greatest guest for that, and you made that magic happen. You put those people in the room, man. So I just want to say kudos to FOTM Jamie Dew.
Oh, Thanks, man. A lot of people behind the scenes, though, as you know.
Sorry, crowd's going wild here. And last but not least, so I was there. I wanted to see you and Tara talk, and then we heard the #1 song, which floored me. I would have bet every dollar I have that it was Ahead by a Century. Like I would have just been wiped out if I'd placed some bets on that. But I want to shout out a guy. I was chatting up a guy, a lovely man, and he tells me he flew in from Oregon. Am I even saying that fucking state right? Is it Oregon or Oregon?
I always say it wrong too. It's like they say it really like Oregon.
Well,
like
we have
Oregon,
something like on the feed. Can the Americans tell me how to say Oregon?
It's Oregon.
Oregon. See, I fucked it up. Okay. This guy, literally, he and his wife, I think his name might have been Mike or Michael, but that's every second guy in the room is a Mike. Yep. Michael. Okay.
Yep.
So JD, you got a guy in Oregon who listens to your podcast and he hears there's a live gathering of listeners and shit. And he's like, let me fly from Oregon to Toronto and attend this thing. Think about it. Think about that power you have.
Really special.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking magical what this band can inspire people to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's you because I think it's a Jamie Dew charisma thing. You got some Riz going on over there.
Totally is.
I'll take it, sure.
And just one last thing on Oregon. I mean, if you listen to "Don't Take Me Alive" by Steely Dan, they would disagree with me. You can put it on and say.
I don't like to argue with. Oh shit! I was going to say
Donald
his name.
Fagen. Donald Fagen.
Fagen.
That would not be good. That would not be good.
So kudos to you, JD. I had a great time, but it was a beautiful night, by the way. We had 25 degrees.
Nice?
Yeah, and the Jays just won like 10-1 or something that night. And like,
And
I
then we
arrived as
arrived.
that game ended, and then like all these happy people streamed out of the dome, and it was 25 degrees, and I had a great bike ride, and I just thought, like, isn't this like, this is just the best. It all came together. You did a great job, and I'm like just honored you're an FOTM, brother.
Oh, thanks so much. It means a lot. It means a lot to me too. So thank you.
Yeah, good time. But I do want to see the forensic accounting. I still don't believe Grace 2 was number 1.
I got to find the documents. I've got the spreadsheet. That's all I've got. So I got to see if I can find everyone's votes.
And Adam, I recognize your voice too, because I listened to these episodes, and you did an episode fairly recently, because I remember that voice talking to JD.
Yeah, I think you're on the 21st, Adam.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Mhm.
Well, that's an imposter because I did not do.
Well, it
It
was
would've been
fairly
good.
recently.
There
Fairly,
Yeah,
right?
fairly.
Right, JD?
Yeah.
Fairly recently, there was an Adam
Yeah.
episode.
was definitely there. We have a lot of Adams.
No,
but I
on
was-
Sunday Evening Jam. On Sunday Evening
Oh,
Jam.
oh,
Adam.
Yeah, it
okay.
would have been one of
Oh,
these. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On
But
the
not
21st. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm something in that feed. There's a lot of shit that flies out of that feed.
There's
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
is.
stuff
Yeah, it
coming
is.
through there.
There is.
Yeah.
It's a wealth. It is. I keep going back. I go, oh, he's got more flashbacks to him and Gray. Or it's like, oh, I gotta go listen to that one.
Oh, can I tell you a funny story? Well, I have you real quick. Okay.
Please do.
So like I go on these bike rides, you might know that, and then I need to listen to shit. So I use Podcast Addict and I kind of stitch it together and I go. And then you said it was the anniversary of an album. What album was
Right.
it? What album has
Completely?
no, Summer's Killing Us. What's that one on again?
In between evolution.
Yeah. Okay, In Between Evolution. So it says, oh, like JD and whoever is going to talk about In Between Evolution on the anniversary or something. So I'm like, oh, I'd like to hear about this album. Like I cue it up.
You're on that show.
You're blowing the punchline, which is I go for the ride and I'm listening to this show, and I'm like, oh, I want to hear this. I'm the guest, and I'm telling you, I completely forgot that I did that because that's a long time ago,
It was.
and I completely just didn't have any sense. It's wild to like put something in your queue to listen to, and then to hear that it's you. Like it's a wild sensation.
I bet. I bet.
So that happened. Yeah.
Did you end up listening to the episode?
I did, and I wanted to hear like, because it's a long. I think it's, I don't know when we recorded it. I remember biking to like East York or something. I don't remember, but it's somewhere long time ago, and I just want to hear like how did I sound back then, because I had never talked on a microphone or whatever, and I thought we sounded fucking rad.
Yeah, I thought it was a great episode. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't expect. I didn't know
I
it was.
love
me.
that record now.
Oh, I hear that. And every episode is you reminding us it's your go-to album now.
Right now, yeah. Yeah.
Still.
Pretty
Every
crazy.
time we talk about it, you say that. You're like, still is.
Oh, and I have a correction. Okay, so a couple of Sundays ago, you did your what we're doing now, this Sunday evening jam, and you invited people to my event, but you got the wrong date. Can I set the record
shit.
straight?
Well, let's talk about this. Let's get out on this.
Okay.
Talk to me about the Toronto Mic Listener Experience Volume. What is it? 23?
21.
21. Okay.
So a couple of important things to state. One is it's free. Okay. You don't have to. It's free event. So, and you don't have to buy a ticket or register in advance. Like you literally just show up and I'll take care of you. So I guess I'm reaching out to the. I don't expect anyone to fly from Oregon or Oregon, either one. I don't expect you to fly from those wonderful states. I just want everyone listening to JD's podcast to know that on November 29, this is the last Saturday of November in 2025, I'm doing a live recording from Palma's Kitchen in Mississauga. So Palma's Kitchen, Mississauga, and it's like noon to 3. But so yeah, starting at noon, and I will just tell you if you showed up, there's the live recording, and anybody in attendance can pop on a mic and say hi and say happy holidays or whatever. But everybody's going to get a ticket to get a free meal from Palma's Kitchen. Like they have a hot table there. delicious Italian food from Palma Pasta.
Michael, you should fly from Oregon to experience Palmas.
I'd be honored if Michael showed up. It would be a mind blow. I did once at one of my events, a guy flew in from Montana. That blew my mind, actually. But I still,
yeah,
it was pretty cool. But if Michael comes from Oregon, or Oregon, like I can't fucking say that word, but come to Palma's Kitchen, and not only will you get that free meal from Palma Pasta, but I'm going to bring a bunch of cold Great Lakes beer. So fresh craft beer, free meal, live recording, costs you nothing. And just it'd be neat to have somebody on who says, yeah, like I'm a JD head, and here I am to say hi. Like that would be cool. And if Sara J showed up and popped on the mic, I might have to shut the whole fucking thing down. Like that'll be it.
Oh my god, that would be the exclamation point on the career of Toronto Mike.
I'd be done.
Oh man. So again, November 29th, the last
Saturday. See, this is why you're not in charge of these details.
It's true.
Last Saturday of November,
absolutely.
Noon to 3, Palma's Kitchen. We take over the second floor. You can't even screw this up. Just stick Palma's Kitchen in your Google Maps or whatever. And free meal, free beer, and good conversation.
That's a good way to spend a Saturday.
Dude, if you're not there, I'm going to cry on the mic.
Yeah, I do suck at showing up to things. I'm such a
I come to your events, but you never come to my event.
I know.
Maybe we'll have to come up. Me and Jamie, we'll make a whole weekend out of it.
Sarah, see, you can get them there. Like I can.
I can get them there.
Happen. I know you can. That's it, man. And yeah, congrats on the event. Like, I got to get back to this game with the kids at some point here, but I just got to say, always have fun at your events, and I love supporting what you do, and I think you're good at it. And like I said, like under that red toque, it's a mountain of sweetness, and we root for JD and this project. I feel like it was clicking along nicely, and then this angel from heaven arrived in the guise of Sara J, and then I feel like this beautiful music that Sara J and JD made. Jake Gold would love to tap into that and market that. He'd make another mint. I'm telling you, it's magic. And just to be a little part of it is amazing. I was number 9. And I now introduce myself as Toronto Mike, number 9 on the Tragically Hip Top 40.
Excellent. I love it. Well, it was an honor to have you.
Definitely.
Does Adam think so? I can't tell.
Oh no, this is awesome. Sorry, I thought
He's just watching. He's
watching the ball game over there.
I just want to see. You guys got me into the Blue Jays now. It's
Well, you know what? When
you're in your area,
your country threatens to annex us and make us the 51st state, we're like, okay, what weapons do we have in our arsenal? Okay, we'll win the fucking World Series. That's what we're gonna do.
Listen, there's an overwhelming number of people who are embarrassed every day about all of that stuff, and that's okay. The number of people that told me today that, well, if you don't like it, move to Canada then. So I'm like, okay, sure. That's always the answer.
I got a couch, Adam. I got a couch and it's L shaped, so bring the missus.
Jeez, yeah. Come on November 29th, Adam. Come out for some pasta, some beer, hang out with JD and Sara J.
Hey, that's not impossible. As I bought a ticket to JD's event, and then he goes, "You think you might come?" And then I was like, "Oh, I just thought I was trying to give you some money." And then all of a sudden I go, "Oh, that's a good idea. I should come." So yeah.
I have to look and see.
I have to look and see when American Thanksgiving is. We're always on that Thursday, Friday. It's
Black Friday might be the 28th then. I wonder.
Yeah.
Only there was a way to find out.
There's a calendar, but I'm not good at looking.
I like Mark Maron's line though, and he hasn't said it in a long time, but he said it when I started listening to the show. Is Google is a conversation killer. When people fact check immediately,
yes, that's right.
It sort of kills it's not like Mike. Tell me, we're the same vintage here.
Yeah.
you know, we spent some time growing up watching the Leafs in the 90s at a pub with some buddies, or the Jays in the, you know, the mid part of this century. You're in a pub, invariably some sort of sporting fact will come up, and you just used to debate it. You just used to just have to like sort of go, and then you would probably you trusted the loudest person.
No, you look and see, is Hebsy in the room, and then you know he'll have the answer.
That's right, an encyclopedia. Yeah.
I'm more of an opinion guy. Like, okay, who's the best starter, Dave Stieb or Roy Halladay? Like, and then you can just go for hours, and there is no facts, right? Like,
That's
it's
right.
you kind of state your case, and there's no wrong answers, and it's more fun that way.
We can both agree that Dave Stieb should be in the Hall of Fame, though, right?
Oh, yeah, I did a whole episode on it with Stephen Brunt and a couple of guys from this day in Dave Stieb history, and we made our case without a doubt.
Okay.
What
I gotta
episode
leave.
number is that?
I
All
can't
right.
remember the number, but it was like within the last 4 months, I want to say. So yeah, Brunch, a couple of guys from this day in Dave Steve history made the case, Steve in the Hall of Fame. Back then, they overvalued wins and hardware like Cy Young Awards and stuff like that. But Steve has no Cy Young Awards and played for a lot of bad Jays teams and never won 20 games. So he was sort of underappreciated.
I agree.
But
And
he
you know
I
did-
think it is, and you really
Yes.
see it. You really see it right now with the Blue Jays going far in the playoffs. I don't think that, and Seattle as well. I don't think they get paid attention to. You know, so their players don't get the same attention.
And, MLB would love to see another Dodgers win, I guess, but they must be loving the idea of a Toronto-Milwaukee World Series final.
I was thinking about that the other day. Oh, my God, would that – because they don't get any points for Canadian advertising, I don't think, right?
Just the Buffalonians who tune in because they think it's the home team because they got the Bisons there.
The Buffalonians. Is that what it is? Are you guys Buffalonians?
Sure.
Well, we're Western New Yorkers.
But
Yeah.
Sara J, you're a Buffalonian, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
identify.
Yeah.
We identify as Buffalonians.
I also identify as Canadian. We put up a Canadian flag many times
Yeah.
during the year.
Yeah.
So
We do too.
because you're
Yeah.
nicer people. But
Yeah.
Aw,
Same. Yeah.
try.
you are. It's true. By the way, Dave Stieb, it's amazing. Look, I'm looking at these stats. He had 6 years where he was between 260 and 285. There's nobody who's even getting anywhere close to that list.
Oh, no.
Kevin
No.
Dossman is considered a horse right now, and he pitched 180 innings. You know?
Yeah. You can't
He's like
compare
a
those.
horse.
Yeah, it's embarrassing now that a guy goes 5 innings and they just, you really, no. Show me a complete game.
Well, they no longer like you to face a lineup a third time. This is the big change since we were kids, right? Like, we didn't think like that, but now it's like, third time through the lineup, new pitcher.
They got you figured out by then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Analytics.
we'll never see it again. When you're paying guys $300, $400, $500 million, like they're not something to be tinkered with. They're gonna baby them every step of the way.
they treat him like fine china. Only bring him out a couple times. It might break.
Just for the good guests.
And even if you got a perfect game going, like a Trey there, you still got to come out because we're watching the pitch count on these guys. So
Hey, we could do a whole thing on this. Bore the audience to tears.
Well,
but,
if I had more time.
Sarah's like losing her mind right now.
Well, I know.
I'm just listening. I'm just taking it in.
Yeah.
I'm just listening.
Well,
she
she
didn't
said
give a damn about hockey.
she didn't give a fuck about hockey. You never saw someone say that. Hey, so JD, kudos on another great event, and I love it. I can't wait to be back next year. And you did that, buddy. So feel good about that, man. And I still want to see the analytics. Speaking of analytics, I don't trust the results. I don't know how Grace 2 is the #1 song. Like, I honestly don't know how that happened. I like Grace 2 quite a bit, but it's like, come on, like, think about that catalog. That's unfucking believable. I can't believe it. And I got to go watch this game with the kids because it's the ALCS, baby.
That's
On
right.
that note, we thank you.
All right.
Enjoy.
Blessings to you. Did you record this, JD?
It's being recorded right now. Yeah.
I feel like we've had multiple live events where afterwards I ask you, did you record that? And you go, oh, I forgot to record it.
I did the last 2 years, but this year,
Yeah.
no, it's on. It's already in the feed, coming out tomorrow. Yeah,
That's Sara J doing that, I think, because something's different now that you're recording things. Because that's a fellow podcast. You can do the live event. I'm going to do this on the 29th. It's done. You did a recording. Okay. I forgot to record it. Like, that's an unbelievable sentence to hear 2 years in a row. That's unfucking believable.
Well, the 1 year I had half of it, and then last year there was none. This year I had it. I had backup. Like I had I went out and rented an H4, a Zoom H4, and then I had Lucan with his laptop over there. So yeah.
Okay. Well,
I had it figured out this time.
Okay, and when does that drop in the? That drops in the feed Tuesday. When does that drop in the feed?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So you can have a little with your gobble gobble.
Maybe I'll hear one of my laughs in the background when. Oh yeah. So can I tell you the Tara Sloan thing on the way out and then hit leave?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm only hitting leave if all three of you enjoy my remarks here. Okay, so I'll be watching you closely. You ready? Okay. So Tara and I, who she's been over a few times, we have a good rapport, good chemistry.
Yes.
And JD, we found out she's older than us, which makes us feel young. We like that, right? Okay. So we're chatting, and I'm talking about, okay, Chris Murphy and Jay Ferguson just came over, and there's a new Sloan album. I see it over here. And we're talking about these guys, and she's saying, yeah, like I grew up in Halifax with these guys. And then she goes, I worked at Sam the Record Man with Chris Murphy before Sloan. And she's going on. And then I have this, Jay, no, wasn't it Chris Murphy? Was it Jay?
Jay.
Okay, either. Okay, fine. Jay Ferguson. It almost doesn't matter because then I have this moment where I'm like, okay, forever these guys have come over and I ask about this name Sloan, right? And they give you this bullshit answer about, oh, we had a buddy. He went by the name Slow One. One day. Yeah. And I never fucking believed it. Like, I'm like, nah, give me the real story, assholes. Like, come on, we deserve the truth here. And then all of a sudden I realized, and you know where I'm going with this.
I do.
Sloan is named after Tara Sloan.
Wow.
That's crazy investigative work.
And I'm going to get the one or all four of the Sloan guys. I'm going to run this theory by them and just read their eyes, see how they react. I feel like I didn't even think of putting this together because Tara's younger than these guys. So I never even put this together. But Tara's working at a Sam the Record Man with Jay Ferguson. He's got like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. He's got years on her, but not so many that it's unrealistic. She says it happened. It did happen. We need a name for the band. They just changed the spelling.
Dude, this is
I love it.
This is some slick work. This is going to get you a Peabody.
For 2025 Peabody Award. Okay, I'm out of here on that high.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Take good care.
Love it.
All right, well,
Sloan is another band that everybody should listen to. They're fantastic. Specifically their 90s material. Once you immerse yourself in the 90s material, it's safe to go outside of that. But I don't know, maybe there's people that get into them with the new stuff. I don't know. Like because I'm old and I got into them through the old stuff. So I just figured that everybody should go
let's
that
do a
way.
poll.
But no,
Let's do a poll. And then I'll know what to listen to.
Yes. And then you know where to start.
That is a hard part about getting into new bands. If you see they got a discography of 15 records, you're like,
yeah, you're like, where do I start? But I always like to start at the beginning. Like I said this even too, like in my episode. That's what I like to do is just start from the beginning, especially if the band that's, already put out an extensive catalog by the time you get to them. Is just, you kind of want to see how they grew up, see the start of their journey, because all of that is a factor into the music that they make, as their career goes. So I like to start at the start, as Jamie says. Start at the start.
Start at the start.
Start at the start.
JDism.
Yes.
Well, folks,
look at those too.
Ooh, there's Mojapaw. I didn't see him enter the chat and sang it.
Got all sorts of friends.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. I'll look forward to the financial results when you get them out, and
Yeah.
when you
I can't
give
wait.
the money to
And I'm going to save it for next Sunday. I
That's
won't
cool.
release it during the week. I'll save it for next Sunday.
All right. Well, have a good night,
I should
everybody.
know by Wednesday, I think. That's when the last invoice comes out, I think so. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, Grace 2. And I have my century always go over equally fantastic as well as Bob Cage. And Zanga, of course, is the drummer in 50 Mission, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and if I am, I apologize. Yeah, good fun had. I love the Tara Sloan as the Sloan Muse. I think that's pretty cool.
That is very cool. That's a fun little random tidbit music history
Yeah.
thing. Like that's just super fun.
We'll have to get it verified, of course, but you know.
Absolutely. But it just doesn't seem far off at all. Like it seems to be possible. I love it.
That's true. Well, Sara J, let's bid each other adieu for another week. It's been great to have you here, as always. It was fantastic to be joined by our friend Adam from Tampa and Mike from Toronto Mike. On behalf of Sara J and Toronto Mike and Adam, it's me, JD, saying see you next week and pick up your shit.